right. Welcome, everyone. My name is Sheila Gold. I'm the Assistant Dean of Recruitment and Admissions for Tulane School of Professional Advancement. And we are thrilled that you are with us this evening. We always appreciate people taking time at the end of what I'm assuming was a long Monday to spend some time to hear about our school and our programs. We try to be pretty efficient in these webinars. This webinar should take about 25 minutes. And we do have the opportunity for you to drop questions in the chat function. If there are questions that apply to everybody, I'm very happy to answer the questions. If they're more specific to just you and your application, we will follow up with you after the webinar. I will share my contact information. So for those of you who do not want to ask your questions in a group, that is fine too. Please reach out to me after the webinar. Email me and I'll get back to you tomorrow. So with that said, let's talk a little bit about the school and who we are. The School of Professional Advancement is one of 10 schools that makes up Tulane University. We're made up of 10 different schools. The School of Professional Advancement is actually the third school to be founded at the university. We started off as the Medical School of Louisiana, which is now Tulane Medical School. The second school was the law school, and then the third school to be created is the School of Professional Advancement. And we had the mission of offering a Tulane education to what we term non-traditional learners. And at that time, that is every student that was other than sort of the traditional 18 years old, just got out of high school and went directly to college. So today, what that looks like is adult learners or younger learners who are juggling life, work, maybe home responsibilities while also pursuing an education. So that means that we offer undergraduate and graduate degrees to students who need a little bit more of a flexible schedule so that they can take care of life and school at the same time. So a little bit about us. We are located on the Uptown campus of New Orleans. That's the main Tulane campus. That's our building, that orange building on the top right. It's the Richardson building. It is on the main quad right off of St. Charles Avenue. We occupy that second floor. That entire floor is the School of Professional Advancement, and that houses our administration, our staff, some faculty members, and some members of the advising staff also. We do have a large student lounge where we love for our students, if they're on campus, to come stop by and say hello. The mural on the wall that says "Where You Belong" is a motto that some of our students came up with, and that design was actually created by some of our undergraduate digital design and media students, and they did such a beautiful job with their class project that we actually commissioned them to paint the mural on the wall. So if you're ever on campus and you stop by our office, please come and say hi and spend some time getting to know us and letting us get to know you. So we would love to see you on campus. So people always say the School of Professional Advancement, like, what is that? What is that name? Is that a Tulane degree? Absolutely. Like I said, we are one of the 10 schools that creates Tulane University. This is a picture of what your diploma will look like when you graduate. It will say Tulane University, School of Professional Advancement. It will have your name on it and the degree that you earned. And so a quick way to think about that is that this is a Tulane program with Tulane faculty, and you will receive a Tulane degree. So in this webinar, we will discuss our programs that we offer at the undergraduate level and our faculty, a little bit about the learning experience and what makes it special and unique at Tulane SoPA, how we support our students towards success, and we'll talk about our application process and some ways to afford your Tulane degree. So, a little bit about our faculty that makes us different from maybe other schools that you may be looking at is that all of our faculty are what we call professors of practice. And professors of practice means that each professor that you have is actually a practitioner in the field that they teach. So, what am I trying to say? So, for instance, Patricia Betancourt is a litigation expert. She's an actual lawyer and she teaches in our legal studies program. So, you're actually taking courses from a litigation expert. Bo Boudreau is one of our writing professors, and he is a published author and poet. Tyra Mitchell is the assistant director of our kinesiology program. She has her doctorate in physical therapy, and she's the former chief of physical therapy at Ochsner Health System, which is one of the big health systems here in Louisiana. And Ralph Russo is the director of our IT and cyber program. And Ralph is actually a former New York City police officer and helped set up the cybersecurity unit for them after 9/11. So, why is this important to you as a student? Well, instead of just sort of like reading in books and kind of talking in theory about what you're learning, you're actually learning from folks who can tell you how to translate the curriculum that you're learning into the real world. So when it comes time to take that information to your current job and try to get a promotion or interview for a new type of job, you will have learned the most current set of skills that you can take into the workforce. So when you're sitting in class and you're learning something that you find super interesting, you can say to your professor, what does that look like? Like if I want to do that day to day, how does that look? And they can tell you exactly how you apply that to the workforce. So we believe that that gives our students a competitive edge when it comes to applying for jobs after they get their degree. So our faculty are also a wonderful resource. So we'll talk about how you can use that as well. So here's a quote from one of our professors that I know that everybody here can read, but I think she sums it up perfectly. Amanda Fennell teaches in our IT program. And she says, as a cybersecurity leader, I feel it's vital to prepare our professionals, which is you all, the students, through practical experience, which is why I incorporate my day job into my classes at night. So that's the perfect way to put it. So she is a cybersecurity leader during the day, but she teaches for us in our evening classes. And when our students take classes from her, she takes her real world day to day experience and shares that with our students, which you can then translate to when you go and get a job after graduation. So let's talk about what we offer at the undergraduate level. We offer bachelor's degrees, which is everything in black print. We offer professional certificates, which is a smaller group of courses in a very specific content area that students can get if they want just very specific content knowledge. And then we offer three different what are called post-baccalaureate certificates, and that's what's in the light green print. Post-baccalaureate certificates are a little bit somewhere between finishing your bachelor's degree, but not quite graduate studies. You have to have a bachelor's degree in order to get a post-baccalaureate certificate. So you must have that in order to be accepted. But all of the classes are undergraduate classes. So this is a very specific set of curriculum meant to prepare students who already have a bachelor's degree in paralegal studies, if you're interested in being a paralegal, graphic design, or interactive design. The bachelor's degrees we offer are in human resources, human organizational behavior, and management studies, which is a very long way of saying business studies, homeland security, general legal studies, humanities, social sciences, information technology, exercise science, and health and wellness. Also digital design, digital media and marketing communications, and public relations. So those are the bachelor's degrees that we offer. So, a little bit about the learning experience at SoPA. We feel like our learning experience is also a little bit unique and different from other learning experiences that you may have been exposed to. At the undergraduate level, we offer hybrid programs. So, you can take many of your courses in person. You can also take many of your courses online. You actually could take the entire bachelor's degree online if you were interested in that. Most of our students like to create a combination of the two in whatever combination fits their schedule as a working adult. So that gives you a lot of that flexibility that you may not have at other campuses. We also feel like our curriculum, especially our online curriculum, we go out of our way to make very interactive and very engaging. If you're interested in online classes, they are not asynchronous classes, meaning they're not classes that you take at your own pace and sort of flip through PowerPoints and write papers. They're very much classes where you have projects that are due on a certain day, and you will also have um, classes that you have to attend, very much like what we're doing right now. But instead of through a Zoom meeting, it'll be through our learning management system, Canvas. So you will have to show up to class several times a semester, which means that you will have the opportunity to get to know your professor. You'll have the opportunity to know your classmates. You'll also have small class projects and group work. So you'll find that it's very interactive and engaging. We also have lots of opportunities for relationships to be built, as well as creative projects to be done. So, if you've ever had any experience with online learning, it tends to be very like read a chapter and post something to a discussion board, or, maybe read an article or two and write a paper. And while you may have some of that, a lot of our curriculum is actually project based. And it actually are meant to create scenarios where you as a student can enter into the scenario, have a problem to solve, and have to work through a problem and then create the solution and present that as your final project. On the slide that you're looking at now, is an example of two different ways that our faculty try to be creative. Several of our faculty members have created courses where the courses are actually in the metaverse, and you all have to enter into a simulated scenario, create an avatar for yourself, work through an imaginary problem, come up with a solution, and then turn that into your professor as your final project. We also have several professors who have created podcasts. So you can listen to the podcast, 15 or 20 minutes on the way to work, another 20 minutes on the way back from work, another 15 minutes while you're cooking dinner, and sort of consume your curriculum that way. And so for folks who need to sort of chop up the curriculum into smaller pieces, or maybe fit it in while they're doing other things, and are also auditory learners, where you learn better listening to things as opposed to reading things, students find that they respond to these different learning styles as well. So our students report that they actually find our curriculum to be unique and engaging. So hopefully that's a little bit more unique than other programs that you have been looking at. All right, a little bit about our student support and success. Another way that we feel like we're differentiated from other schools that you may be looking at is we are very much committed to having our students not just get into Tulane, but also graduate from Tulane. We want to see you all get that diploma that we showed you a few slides earlier. So we wrap our students in a lot of different supports to make sure that you're successful during your time at Tulane. So you have a dedicated academic advisor that is there to help you pick your courses, stay on track for graduation, make sure you know how many classes to take each semester. If you're struggling in a class, they can help you drop the class. If you need to take a withdrawal for some reason, they can help you with that. If you're curious about choosing between classes, they're there to help you be successful in that way. You will also have a faculty advisor, and this is one of the faculty members, like we discussed earlier, who is a practitioner in what you are studying that can help you not only navigate the curriculum, but also help you sort of explore what part of the curriculum you're enjoying the most and how to help you translate that to a career upon graduation. And so definitely get to know and create relationships with your faculty advisor because most of them are still working professionals and they can help you with job contacts. We also have our own dedicated career advisor who we do not share with the rest of the university. So she is there just for our students to help you with your resume, your LinkedIn page, job interviews. If you have a job and you want to practice a job interview, she's there to help you do that. She also gets job postings from companies both locally and nationally that have openings who want our students. And so, about once a week, our students get emails that are pushed out to them with job openings. And oftentimes, they are sent to our students a day or two before they even go live on national job boards like Indeed. So, our students will have a little bit of an early bite at the apple before kind of everybody else does. Of course, and then getting a Tulane degree, it also you become a member of the Tulane Alumni Network, which can also help you upon graduation. All right. So many of our undergraduate students have taken undergraduate coursework at other schools. I encourage you to transfer those credits towards your Tulane degree for several reasons. First of all, it will help you move more quickly towards graduation. Those are courses that you don't have to repeat. Also, we offer a $1,500 transfer scholarship. So, for any student who is transferring credits to Tulane, we will offer you a $1,500 scholarship. We split that up over 3 semesters. So you'll get $500 deducted for the first 3 semesters that you're at Tulane SoPA. Also, many of our students have gotten their first year or two, maybe even their whole AA degree at another institution. If you transfer those 60 credits, we will go out of our way to try and take as many of those credits as possible. And that will save you almost $40,000 in tuition if you could transfer those. We also offer, and I'll talk about this towards the end of the webinar, but we also offer an early enrollment scholarship. So if you register for classes by an early date, which I'll share in a few minutes, you get $200 off your first semester. So there's really no reason not to do that. We use it as an incentive for students to kind of get all their ducks in a row and start off set up for success. And it's a way that we can encourage you to register and just help you out on that first semester. Another way that we offer a potential savings of both time and money towards graduation is we have a program called Credit for Prior Learning. So there are several different ways that students come into our school and already have pretty advanced knowledge in the area that they're studying. If that is the case for you, if you have some classes that you need to take for your degree and you're like, you know what, I've been doing this, I could maybe teach the class, I've been doing it for so long. Please go to your advisor and say, you know, this class that I have to take, I really think that I already know all the information that's on the syllabus. You can work with your advisor and a faculty member who's in charge of the credit for prior learning process to create a portfolio and demonstrate that you already have the knowledge of the objectives electives on the syllabus, and you don't have to take that class. And you can do that for up to 24 credits at the undergraduate level, which is 8 classes, and that could save you close to $15,000. So if you have experience outside the classroom, if you have work experience, if you have community service experience or military training, oftentimes those will count towards certain classes that we offer. All right, so a little bit about the affordability. So our classes are the vast majority of our classes are 3 credit hours. There are a few classes that are 4 credit hours. You should check when it comes to registering, but the vast majority of our classes are 3 credit hours, and they're $1,926 per class. Please look, as you're looking at Tulane SoPA and other schools, we keep our fees very, very low. Lots of other schools will give you their tuition rate, but when you add on the fees that are also assessed each semester, it can almost double the tuition rate. That is not the case at Tulane SoPA. We try to keep our fees very, very low. So you will be paying mostly tuition with a very little amount of fees assessed, usually around $150 a semester. It can vary though, but it will in no way double the tuition rate that you are paying. So we are proud of that and do want you to keep that in mind. We also encourage each of our applicants to fill out the FAFSA, which is the Federal Form for Financial Aid. Everybody should fill out the FAFSA. The FAFSA can be a little bit time consuming and has lots of different steps. So please start filling out the FAFSA as soon as you start your application to Tulane. You do not want to wait to start filling that out. We have several other ways that we try to lower the tuition: our $1,500 transfer scholarship, our $200 undergraduate early enrollment scholarship, and then we do offer for PTK, Phi Theta Kappa students, a $3,000 GAP scholarship. We also offer several types of students a 20% tuition discount. So hopefully you will fall into one of these categories. If you are active duty military or a veteran, if you are an alumni of Tulane, or if you're an alumni of a HBCU or minority serving institution, if you are active or retired public safety personnel, a firefighter, a police officer, a paramedic, EMT, if you are a in good standing member of Phi Theta Kappa, if you're a current classroom K through 12 classroom teacher, if you are an Orleans Parish public employee, or if you are an adult over the age of 60, you are eligible for a 20% tuition scholarship. All you have to do is apply to the school, be admitted, and then there's a form that you fill out where you let us know that you fall into one of these categories, and we will apply the 20% tuition discount to your accounts receivable statement. All right, so a little bit about our application process. Our application is an online application. It lives on our website, sopa.tulane.edu. There's a big button at the top that says apply. Go ahead and click that. Click the undergraduate application since you're interested in our undergraduate programs. And then that's how you start the application. We're going to need to know some biographical information, your age, your birthday, that kind of stuff, where you live. We will need a copy of a current government ID. For most of you, that's as easy as taking your phone and just taking a picture of your driver's license and uploading that. And we will need transcripts from any school where you've received college credit. So go ahead and send those to us. That's about all that we need. We do not require any standardized testing. We do not require a written statement, and we do not require any letters of recommendation at the undergraduate level. There is a $40 application fee, but As a thank you for attending the webinar, we waive the fee. But if you have already applied and paid the $40 fee, please email me tomorrow and I am more than happy to refund that fee. Do not be shy about that. It's very easy to do. And I'd be happy to refund that fee for you. All right. And then our last piece of information is we have 3 starts each year. Our summer term is starting next week. And so that has just passed. The next term that we are enrolling for is our fall term. That application deadline is August 1. And then the term after that is our spring term. And January 1 is the application deadline. Like I shared earlier, please do not wait until those application deadlines. We read applications on a rolling basis. So if you're interested in applying, go ahead and get your application in. And if you register for the fall term by June 1 or the spring term by December 1st, you'll receive the $200 early enrollment scholarship. So there's no reason not to go ahead and get applied and registered and get that money. If you're interested in next summer, you're almost a full year out. If you apply and register for classes by April 25 of next year, you'll get the early enrollment scholarship as well. Okay, so that is all of the nuts and bolts of the webinar. My contact information is on the screen in front of you at sgold@tulane.edu. There is a phone number. Don't call the phone number. I'm rarely in front of my phone, but I'm always in front of my email. I would love to get questions from you all. If you have any questions, also, let me just reiterate, if you have already applied and paid the application fee, please email me and I'm more than happy to refund that for you. So I want to thank you all for being with us tonight. I do not see any questions in the chat, which is fine. It is not a problem. Tomorrow you will be receiving an email follow-up from me as a thank you for attending. You'll also get a video recording of this webinar. So if there's anything that you missed or you want to replay it or share it with a friend who couldn't attend, feel free to do that. And once again, my contact information is available to you all. So thank you everybody very much. And I hope to see everyone's application. And Daniel, if you will email me the specific program which you are talking about, I can get you that number. It varies, but I'd be happy to answer that question for you specifically about your program. All right, everybody. Thank you very much and have a great night. And we hope to be welcoming you to Tulane SoPA very soon. Thanks, everyone. Good night.
Thank you.